What if the very rules designed to protect your retirement could end up costing you thousands? In 2025, the IRS is rewriting the playbook for Roth IRA withdrawals. And if you hold XRP inside your account, these changes may be the difference between tax-free growth and painful penalties. Most retirees don't read the fine print. They assume their savings are safe. But the truth is simple. One wrong move, one early withdrawal, one overlooked update could drain the wealth you've spent decades building. This episode is your warning and your opportunity. We'll break down the hidden traps, the timelines you must respect, and the strategies that can keep every dollar working for you. Because in 2025, the game won't wait. The question is, will you know the rules or will you pay the price for ignoring them? Part 1. The hidden fine print. The scariest part of retirement isn't running out of money. It's realizing too late that the rules were stacked against you. Most investors never bother to study withdrawal rules until they're already in trouble. And in 2025, with the IRS sharpening its guidelines, that mistake could cost more than anyone expects. On the surface, a Roth IRA looks simple: tax-free growth, tax-free withdrawals. But here's the fine print. Those benefits only apply if you follow every single condition. Miss a timeline, take money out too soon, or misunderstand how assets like XRP fit into the account, and suddenly the tax-free promise turns into penalties and surprise bills. Institutions know these rules by heart. They have teams of lawyers and accountants to protect every dollar. But ordinary retirees? They're often left to figure it out alone, discovering the trap only after the damage is done. That's why understanding the updated XRP Roth IRA Withdrawal Rules 2025 isn't optional, it's survival. Because when the government changes the playbook, ignorance isn't an excuse. And the first step to protecting yourself is knowing exactly how the penalties work when withdrawals come too soon. And that's where Part 2 takes us, the hidden costs of early withdrawal. Part 2. The penalty trap. Every retiree dreams of tapping into their Roth IRA without fear. But here's the truth most don't realize. The IRS has built-in penalties like landmines, and in 2025, those mines are being reset. Take money out before the clock runs out, and you could lose not just growth, but thousands in unexpected fees. Here's the hard rule: withdraw before age 59 and a half, or before your Roth account has matured for at least 5 years and the tax-free shield collapses. That means a 10% penalty on top of income taxes. For someone with XRP inside their account, the hit could erase years of growth in seconds. Imagine watching your retirement fund shrink simply because you moved too soon. This isn't just about numbers, it's about trust. People think, it's my money, I should be able to use it. But the IRS doesn't see it that way. They see rules, and breaking them comes with a price. That's why understanding the XRP Roth IRA Withdrawal Rules 2025 is crucial. The penalties aren't there to guide you. They're there to trap the unprepared. So if early withdrawal is dangerous, what about waiting? That's where Part 3 takes us. The real promise of tax-free retirement and how timing turns risk into reward. Part 3. The tax-free promise. The Roth IRA was built on one powerful promise: pay taxes now and enjoy tax-free withdrawals later. For retirees holding XRP, that promise can be transformational, but only if you play by the rules. In 2025, the IRS is making the timelines sharper than ever. Follow them, and your gains inside an XRP Roth IRA can flow out completely tax-free. Break them, and penalties erase the very advantage you worked for. Think about what that means. Every dollar of growth from XRP's rise in value could be withdrawn in retirement without a tax bill. That's independence. That's freedom. But only if you've met the 5-year rule, waited until 59 and a half, and understood how XRP and IRA Roth IRA retirement interacts with IRS law. Institutions love certainty. They use Roth structures because they know exactly when the money is safe. You deserve the same clarity. The tax-free promise is not automatic. It's earned by patience, strategy, and discipline. So the question is, can you hold on long enough to unlock it? Because the reward is not just saving taxes, it's rewriting what retirement looks like. And that takes us directly into part 4. Why timing withdrawals is the ultimate weapon for protecting your future. Part 4. Timing the withdrawal. Retirement isn't just about how much you save, it's about when you take it. Timing is everything. The IRS doesn't punish you for holding. It punishes you for rushing. That's why the 2025 withdrawal rules matter so much. They reward patience and punish impatience. Picture this. You've built a strong position in XRP inside your Roth IRA. If you withdraw too early, the penalty is immediate, 10% plus taxes. But if you wait until you've crossed the 59.5 threshold and the 5-year maturity rule, your growth can flow out completely tax-free. That's the difference between watching thousands evaporate or keeping every dollar you've earned. Institutions know this game well. They time exits and redemptions with surgical precision. Retirees need the same discipline. It's not just about avoiding penalties, it's about maximizing the tax-free window when it finally opens. And here's the truth. Most people don't lose retirement to bad investments. They lose it to bad timing. The rules are clear, but the discipline is rare. If you want independence in retirement, your timing has to be sharper than the system designed to test you. Which takes us into part 5. What really happens when you break the rules, how penalties can hollow out your future.
Part 5. Breaking the rules. The IRS doesn't forgive mistakes. It profits from them. When you break withdrawal rules, the cost isn't just numbers on a page. It's years of retirement security wiped away in a single decision. Under the 2025 Roth IRA rules, early withdrawals mean a 10% penalty plus income taxes on the gains. For someone holding XRP inside their Roth account, that can mean losing thousands of dollars that should have been yours. Imagine watching XRP climb in value, only to hand over a chunk of your gains because you pulled out too soon. The government doesn't care why you needed the money. Emergency? Family crisis? It doesn't matter. The penalty is automatic, and once it's gone, you can't get it back. This is where most retirees make their biggest mistake. They think, it's my money, I can use it when I want. But a Roth IRA isn't built that way. It's built on strict rules, rules the IRS enforces without sympathy. Breaking the rules is easy. Recovering from it? Almost impossible. That's why discipline matters more than desire. So the question becomes, if penalties are the stick, what's the carrot? In Part 6, we'll uncover the strategies that protect income and maximize the true benefit of a Roth IRA holding XRP.
Part 6. Strategies to protect income. If penalties are the trap, strategy is the shield. The IRS doesn't reward guesswork. It rewards planning. And in 2025, the smartest retirement investors will be the ones who master the withdrawal rules before they ever need them. One strategy is patience. Wait until the 5-year rule is satisfied and you've reached age 59.5. That unlocks the tax-free promise at the core of every Roth. For XRP holders, it means every gain inside your account stays yours. No penalties, no surprise bills. Another strategy is segmentation. Instead of keeping all assets in one bucket, some retirees separate contributions from earnings. Why? Because contributions can be withdrawn at any time without penalty. Earnings, on the other hand, are locked behind the rules. This simple awareness prevents costly mistakes. And then there's discipline. The biggest edge retirees have over institutions isn't size, it's time. Wall Street has deadlines, quarterly reports, and short-term pressures. You have the freedom to wait, to hold, to let your XRP grow inside your Roth IRA until the conditions are perfect. These strategies turn fear into control, but not everyone learns them in time. And that's where real stories matter, because nothing teaches discipline better than the mistakes of someone who lived it. Which brings us to Part 7, Linda's costly mistake, and the lesson every retiree must hear. Part 7, Linda's story. Linda was a 61-year-old teacher from Texas who had done everything right. She opened a Roth IRA early, added carefully over decades, and even allocated a portion to XRP when she learned about digital assets. For her, it wasn't speculation, it was security. But one mistake changed everything. In 2024, Linda withdrew part of her earnings to help her daughter buy a home. She assumed that because she was close enough to retirement age, the withdrawal would be penalty-free. She was wrong. The IRS applied the 5-year rule and hit her with a 10% penalty plus taxes on the gains. In one move, Linda lost thousands, money that should have carried her into retirement. The lesson? Good intentions don't protect you from penalties. The rules don't bend because of emergencies or family needs. And while Linda recovered, she admits the mistake haunts her. If I had waited just a little longer, that money would still be mine. Her story is a warning. The system isn't built to forgive errors, it's built to enforce them. And that brings us to a deeper truth. Retirement is always a choice between dependence on old systems and independence through discipline. Which leads us directly into Part 8. Dependence versus independence. Part 8. Dependence versus independence. For decades, retirement has been framed around dependence. Dependence on pensions that may run dry, dependence on Social Security that may shrink, dependence on government rules that change without warning. Dependence feels safe, but in truth it leaves you exposed, waiting for others to decide your future. Independence looks different. Independence means learning the rules before they're used against you. Independence means protecting your XRP inside a Roth IRA so that when 2025 rules tighten, your retirement stays secure. Independence means patience, discipline, and refusing to hand over thousands in penalties simply because you acted too soon. Here's the hard truth. The system isn't built to protect you. It's built to profit from your mistakes. Dependence accepts that. Independence challenges it. Dependence says, I'll deal with it when it happens. Independence says, I'll prepare now because I refuse to lose later. For retirees holding XRP, this is more than a tax discussion. It's a choice between letting the IRS write your retirement story or writing it yourself with clarity and control. And that choice leads us directly to the final truth in Part 9. The vision line, the principle that defines how retirement freedom is really built. Part 9. The final truth. The deeper truth about retirement isn't hidden in spreadsheets. It's hidden in choices. The IRS can rewrite the rules. Markets can rise and fall. Institutions can enter and exit. But the decision that matters most is the one you make today. Do you wait and hope, or do you prepare and protect? With an XRP Roth IRA, the power is in your hands, but only if you respect the timelines and master the withdrawal rules. Independence doesn't mean ignoring the system. It means knowing it so well that the system can't trap you. The penalties of 2025 aren't just numbers. They are the price of hesitation, the cost of dependence. And here's the final truth. Retirement freedom isn't about avoiding risk. It's about owning your decisions before someone else owns them for you. Vision line. Retirement isn't built by waiting. It's built by the decision you make today. The system will keep shifting. The rules will keep changing. But your freedom, your independence, begins the moment you decide not to wait for permission. And that brings us to the final CTA, the step that connects knowledge with action and action with legacy. Part 10. The main content climax. When it comes to retirement, hesitation is the most expensive mistake you can make. The 2025 Roth IRA withdrawal rules are not designed to guide you, they are designed to test you. Break them, and the cost is heavy. Follow them, and the reward is freedom. Tax-free growth, tax-free withdrawals, and independence, no system can take away. For XRP holders, this is the defining moment. Institutions will adapt quickly because they have lawyers and accountants. But you, an individual retiree, must act with the same clarity, the the same discipline, or risk being left behind. The government isn't going to send you a reminder letter. The penalties are automatic, and ignorance will not protect you. Here's the choice. Dependence, where you let outdated systems and shifting laws control your future. Or independence, where you learn the rules, master the timing, and claim what is yours. Vision line. Retirement isn't built by waiting. It's built by the decision you make today. And the decision is right here. Will you prepare before the 2025 rules lock into place? Or will you watch your future erode because you chose to wait? The answer to that question will define not just your retirement, but your legacy. The IRS doesn't care if you're ready. In 2025, the new Roth IRA withdrawal rules will hit every retiree the same way. Clear, strict, and unforgiving. And if you don't prepare now, the cost will be measured in penalties, taxes, and lost years of freedom. But here's the good news. Preparation is power. By learning the rules, by structuring your XRP Roth IRA with discipline, you turn fear into control. You don't need to be an institution with armies of lawyers. You just need to take the rules seriously, respect the timelines, and make decisions before the penalties make them for you. This is your chance to protect not just your account, but your independence. Because remember, retirement isn't built by waiting. It's built by the decision you make today. Comment below. Do you think the 2025 rules will help or hurt retirees holding XRP? Share this video with someone planning their retirement. They need to hear this before the rules change. And hit subscribe to XRP Today USA. Because your retirement future isn't waiting, and neither should you. Disclaimer. This video is for educational purposes only and is not financial advice.